Jeez. Hello, friends. This is Bear, and yeah, this is Tangerine Nightmare, episode 6. Ah, shit. Excuse me. I had the video opened up and I accidentally closed it. Wow, this is going really well. And so this map is called the Forgotten Land. It's an incredible map, and it's super huge. So settle on in, get yourself something to eat. Pause the video if you need to, because this is going to take a minute. Yeah, the Forgotten Land. This is probably the first place where where Tangerine Nightmare starts to get kind of slaughterish. Yeah, man. As the maps go up, you get more and more enemy counts. All right, we're going. So you jump on in there, pistol down these zombie men, grab some bullets. Watch out for all these imps. You might as well grab that shotgun. Yeah. So while you're just shooting all these guys, yeah, this map is absolutely gigantic. It is incredible what they managed to do. They don't. I mean, the map. The map takes a long time and it has a lot of enemies, but it doesn't take up like a huge amount of space. They're really, the way it's designed, they were really smart about reusing a lot of areas. Yeah, the first problem you start running into is you have this window arch vial. Luckily he didn't try to zap us at all, but man, yeah, he's your first big headache when you enter into this map. Because you got to figure out how you're going to take care of him. You only have a shotgun. He's protecting the super shotgun. Managed to get a lucky flinch right there. Ate a fireball for some reason. But, yeah, one thing you might notice is like, oh no, I died on this one. Whoops. I thought I even checked for that. Alright. Jumping in there, shooting these zombie men. And, pick up the shotgun. It's sitting right there. This water, I guess it's water because, I mean, it looks like lava, but it doesn't hurt. I mean, I think this last map was the one that was called Orange Juice, so it's kind of weird, like, running around in these big fountains of orange juice. That's what essentially they are. Anyway, yeah, this first problem you run into is this window arch vial, and, he can be a big headache. Once you open up that door, you got a whole party of enemies that are hanging out inside. I ate a couple of fireballs from those imps that are way out there. Yeah, it's kind of searching around for health. Again, I mean, Tangerine Nightmare in general, they do not give you a whole lot of health to work with. You have to be very smart about picking it up, or else you'll waste what you can pick up. Yeah, as the maps go on, all these maps start to get more and more slaughterish. They're just more, like higher enemy counts, just big waves of dudes at the same time that you start to fight. Speaking of waves of dudes, you cut down all those imps, using the super shotty, hit that button, and you get 4 specters and a Hell Knight you have to deal with real quick. Take them out. Give the double barrel action to the Hell Knight. When you hit that switch, it opens up 2 doors on either side that have 3 chain gunners each. Chain gunners are so dangerous, man. It's ridiculous how dangerous they are. That shotgunner just kind of loitering around. Don't know where he came from. Oh, no, I see where he came from. He came from outside. He opened up that door. So, scrounge around for some health. There's not a whole lot to work with in this first area, so you're kind of forced to move on. Once you pick up that green armor, spawns in a Hell Knight. Not a smart idea unless you have the super shotty. In this courtyard, a couple of pinkies and some imps and shotgunners that are hanging around. One thing to worry about is the Mancubus is watching over the courtyard, and there is a trigger that will cause this teleporter. So you have this machine gun here in the center, or the chain gun. It doesn't trigger yet, but later on there will be a whole spawn, like a whole squad of enemies that come spawning in, and they'll be, that'll cause you a headache. There's just a lot of even though there's a lot of enemies on this map, you can pretty much take everything as you can take on all these fights one at a time. Just that's probably the most important thing to do in reference to this map. Just try to cut down the numbers and deal with them in smaller groups if possible. There's only two real big fights on this map, and they happen towards the middle. Yeah, they kind of happen back to back. But they're separated. There's a little bit of a walk between them, but they're separated. There's a little bit of a walk between them, but they're kind of just, you go from one straight to the other. So you got to kill those specters. Might as well top up on any ammo that you can. And then, you where did I get that backpack from? I think it might have been on the platform with the, we hit that switch, and then you start dealing with the, this group of spawns. Not too bad. Couple of revenants and mostly imps. Now that that's done, you got to go grab the red key. It's hanging out on that platform right over there where the pinkies were. That's when you hit the button, it drops that little platform, that little pedestal. All right, so you got a room full of revenants in the window, and you have a couple of revenants on your upper right over here. So you have to decide. You pretty much need to peek these enemies. The revenants on the right. You got to peek them and then get the kills as quick as you can and get out. At least that's the method I use to approach it, because you don't want to be stuck in a small room with all these revenant fireballs. That and there's chain gunners. There's a couple of chain gunners in this building. Big troubles if you aren't paying attention to them. I guess another part of Tangerine Nightmare in general is prioritizing enemies that are extremely dangerous. Because if you don't, you just tend to run into a lot of trouble. All right, Mancuba's sitting up here watching over the armor that you just picked up. Start heading up the staircase, and there's a Hell Knight with a couple of shotgunners. Shotgunners tend to take care of themselves, so it's not a huge problem. Alright, so move on forward, hit that button, and then that opens up a staircase on the other side here. Yeah, I got the green switch over here. You got to go get the green skull key over this area, and you get a rocket launcher. But before that, head through that painting and you get the blue armor. So what I usually do is I just grab the armor, grab the rocket launcher, and head down the stairs. When all the Hell Knights come walking over to get at you, just take them out one by one. And there's a little club or a little grouping of enemies over here. Let's take care of them through the window or peek around the corner. More enemies out in the distance. Be a good chance to use the rockets, or if you want to save up. Actually, I would say save up on your ammo. Just use the super shotgun, because you'll need all the rockets you can get coming up in a second. The first of our big fights. There's also an arachnotron. I thought it was arachnotron. I remembered it wrong. It's an archvile. There's arachnotrons that are overhead. Once you hit this button, they spawn in. All right, just top up on health, get the rockets, and then immediately leave the entire area. You want to come over here and kill these chain gunners first, because they're going to have the widest reach out of everyone that you're about to fight. Now you can stay inside of this room, and you're pretty much safe. The enemies don't tend to actually go around and walk into the room unless you're standing towards the opening. So let the Barons, Hell Knights, Revenants, there's Pinkies and Imps all in there. Yeah, when you come over here, take care of these chain gunners and Revenants, then you can just pot shot everyone else. Try to focus on all the Revenants first. The Mancubus does a pretty good job of clearing out enemies for you. Now there's two Arachnotrons sitting on pedestals above you. Just don't get hit. That's probably the best bit of advice I can give you. Just don't get hit. You got plenty of bullets. Take them out using those. So after a minute, there's one down. And once you kill the Revenant here, seems to be mad at the Archvile, or not the Archvile, the Arachnotron. Wow. Yeah, the Revenant was mad at him, so you might as well just take care of the Arachnotron first, because he seems to be the bigger problem. Alright, so once you grab the skull key, head back over this way, open up this doorway, hit the switch, that drops that platform. Now you're supposed to run across these platforms and over to the other side. But once you do that, yeah, you get a bunch of pain elementals and cacodemons. So take a second, jump on down, take care of them first. Focus the pain elementals first, because obviously you don't want to deal with lost souls. They are just a hassle. There's plenty of shotgun ammo laying around in this map, so probably take an opportunity to go ahead and grab some of that. Alright, now that that fight's done, head back up these stairs, and then you gotta run across, but you can stop here at this platform. The center platform, by the way, if you didn't notice, had a plasma gun and plenty of cells. You're going to need those. You will need those cells. Top up on as many cells as you got. You don't get a BFG in this map, but you do get a plasma gun. We already have it. So clear out as many of these small guys as possible. Use these health vials to up your health. Try to put yourself as close to 200 as possible. There's a green armor in there. We'll grab that in a second. Gonna take out this Mancubus. Now there's not a whole lot of rocket ammo that we can use at the moment. So just don't even try to use your big guns just yet. Just keep plugging away with the super shotgun and the chain gun until you get all these enemies cleared out. Alright, once you hit that button, you lower that platform. Out come a couple of, there's a couple of cacodemons there. There's also an Archvile that gets set loose. And he goes in and starts reviving everyone, so he's the first target I would start using the plasma gun against. Now this is just the beginning of the fight. You got this big open room, got a blue armor, got a supercharge sitting there. Top up on as much ammo as you possibly can. Get all of your rocket filled. It's not enough to get you from 0 to 100, but it's pretty good. So you hit that door, drop or hit that switch and you drop the door, the 3 doors that'll let loose all of the revenants, the wave of revenants. Ate a rocket I shouldn't have right there. Over on this side of the map, or this side of the area, Archvile released and he's starting the revive. Spent a lot of time dodging this one missile, which is hovering around me. I probably should have just scraped it off on a wall or something. Yep, there we go. Try to get rid of that Archvile as soon as you possibly can, so you can focus on Barons. There's not enough rocket ammo to go around for all these Barons, so you'll have to resort to using plasma. After a while, you absolutely can get away with using super shotgun. Now that's like the first step, or that's like, yeah, that was like our second step in this big fight. The next step is coming up, and it's probably the hardest of all of them. Once you hit this button, well, there's a couple of gray bars there. So yeah, in between these sections, you can top up on health. I was looking around inside of there to see if I could get any more ammo, but it's not available. So here we go. Hit this. That'll drop those gray bars. Cyber Demon. Hello, friend. It's been a while. Another Archvile is set free. So once again, you got to deal with the problem of an Archvile reviving everything. Another problem is, yeah, your hiding spot. I use this little fortress in here as my main fighting area, and yeah, they put a couple of arachnotrons in there. Very rude. I just create a wall of death there. Just keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. If you can get enemies isolated, just don't waste the plasma. Try to use what you can. Cyber Demon gets killed. I'm not sure by what, but it happens, so we're gonna take that. Focus down these Barons and Hell Knights. Just keep firing. You gotta do what you can. Once you can get out of this area, you need to find that Archvile and kill him dead. Well, probably the first order of business once we get out is to go grab some cells. So as soon as you find a way to work yourself out of this area, I would take it. Gotta watch out for these Mancubus that are hanging out on top of this platform. They are there to inflict pain. All these Revenant missiles. Oh man, they're so frustrating. Try to shake them and they just keep coming after you. Once you head up here, a platform drops and there's more, I believe more Mancubus. But that's not important right now. Getting this Archvile killed, the most important. So now that enemies aren't being revived, we have kind of free reign to get these kills. Oh, there were Revenants that were up there. That's probably even worse than Mancubus. Especially since they can drop down and actually navigate their way to the floor. We're starting to run out of ammo, so I'm just resorting to using the single barrel shotgun. Figure it's better than trying to use the super shotgun with all of its spread. Just taking a second to use the chain gun against these Mancubus. Yeah, I mean, just the way that I play and how I'm thorough and cautious, and I'm not very good at rationing my ammo. Yeah, my playstyle doesn't work with this map very well because towards the end I nearly run out of ammo entirely. But I like taking care of enemies, you know, Taking a look at the enemy count there. Now over here, I actually stumbled across that secret. I didn't know this was here. But it leads you to a megasphere, so we'll take that. A big refill after that fight? Yeah. Worth it. Totally worth it. Hit that switch to raise these platforms. Some more ammo to work with. Hit that blue key door. Archvile inside. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't you be in there? All you gotta do is just box him in. He can't push you out of the way. And you can just, like Howard Zapp's real, just walk away from them. You might notice over on the right hand side, way off in the distance, there's an Archvile again. Wow, these guys just keep showing up. And they're all in the wide open spaces. That's one of the things that makes this map like frustrating to deal with. Because all these Archviles get released out in the open. And you have to, basically you need to worry, or you need to try to use your super shoddy to cause them to flinch. It's really your best hope. Just do whatever you can to get them to flinch, either with the super shotgun, the chain gun, or the plasma gun. Just do anything possible in order to get that pain state to happen. Just avoiding Revenant rockets and missiles from the Baron. Now's a good time to grab some of this health. There's also an Arachnotron down in this pit on the left-hand side. Yeah, I don't know if he can't escape there, but he can be a problem if you're standing in the wrong place. So now we just spent some time trying to find some extra ammo before we move on. So now we're heading back towards the spawn area, and we're circling them back around from the backside. So now this is kind of like the cooldown period after that big fight. So you can just shotgun some imps, you know, traditional Doom gameplay. There's a Mancubus over here. There's two Mancubus. Still not a big issue. Pretty easy stuff. It's just draining on our ammo, and that's always not very fun. There's a couple of Hell Knights that show up. I forgot about these guys. Alright. So once you kill off these Hell Knights and finish off this last imp, now you can head towards the last sections of the map. Drop that big wall. Hey, look, a single shotgunner in a wide open space. How could this go wrong? Except there's two Archviles in an open area. It keeps happening. We can't keep letting them get away with this. These Archviles lurking about in public. Luckily, I got lucky with some flinches there. Got the kills. But now I'm down to eight shells and only a handful of enemies left. So I'm just going to take a moment to run around and try to grab any health and ammo that I possibly can. Because I don't know, I think I was just looking for health. I'm also looking for any kind of secrets. Maybe a stash. That would be great. So you got this little demon guard house. I mean, it's a small room that basically a small room that leads you towards the last room in the map. So what are we going to do? We got 280 cells, 2 rockets, 24 shells. Oh no, we got more cells. Okay, that's fine. And a supercharge. Alright, so this is the last room. Impressive, hallway, or not hallway, gateway looking kind of area. Look at those crazy textures on the back of it. So your goal, you need to shoot that button to start the last party. It also spawns in a cyber demon. So hooray, this is what we're doing now. How can we possibly have the ammo to deal with the cyber demon right now? Well, you'll find out. Essentially, I just hoped that someone else would hit him. Try not to miss as many shots as possible. Alright, use the super shotgun to take down some small fries, or get some infighting happening. And it's so... when you're low on ammo, it's so sketchy to try to deal with the cyber demon because it feels like you have to keep your distance. But if you don't have a BFG to work with, then you start to get nervous. You're like, hey, I can't miss these shots, can I? All right, so that hole in the ground is actually the exit, and there's a teleporter that takes you back to the rest of the map. But there's still some enemies missing. You see, that button that you shoot actually has 2 triggers on it. I don't know why they designed it this way. But I guess if you get really antsy, there's another spawn of enemies that come in. And they're actually enemies that will cause you headaches. Because it's a couple of revenants and a couple of arachnotrons that are up on a platform. Yeah, at this point I'm just desperate to find anything possible to... Well, I'm also looking for the last secret of the map. So we're just poking around for that. But I'm desperate for any kind of ammo and to find the last enemies. One thing that I thought that the enemies could possibly be up here, or the secret could be up here, but it doesn't seem likely. So I'm just gonna take a couple of looks at it, see if I can actually jump up there. I think I decided it's just not. It's not happening. Gotta appreciate this soothing music. It's a really interesting idea to put this kind of music in a level with as much, heart-pounding, adrenaline gameplay. It's just very, very soothing to listen to. It's a pretty wild contrast. So there's the secret. I don't know when that popped up. I could have used that. I really could have used that during the Cyber Demon fight. So, yeah, that invulnerability was there the whole time. I don't think you were meant to actually fight that without the invulnerability. So now I'm just using it to walk behind these waterfalls of lethal orange juice. It's alright. Well, we had it. We can say that we found it. To be completely honest, I don't know what actually triggers that. I don't know how that door actually comes down. I just stumbled across it while I was looking for the last secret. Now I'm just trying to find, is there any hidden doorways that might have enemies inside? It's not looking like it. So I just decided to head back to the final area, see if there's a switch that I missed. I'm checking for another teleporter, potentially to an unmarked secret area. Just checking out that teleporter to see if it actually sends me somewhere else. There's 6 enemies left. And they actually raise on platforms right over there where I was looking. But yeah, this switch that you shoot earlier, there's actually another switch. I don't know why it didn't happen before. I don't know why I don't know why those enemies weren't attached to the spawning of the imps. But whatever. Now we have our fight. So it's 4 skeletons and 2 spiders. I gave up halfway through. I said, you know what? I'm not going to call them revenants. I'm just going to call them skeletons. It's Halloween. Whatever. Running really low on ammo here. I'm trying to dodge these missiles while I'm at it. Out of plasma. Hoping that I can stray far enough away from these rockets to get them to hit the wall, but I'm not good enough to do it. And also, the Revenant's adding more missiles. Can't escape because the wall is up. So the only option is try to kill him. I'm running out of shots. You realize this is the last enemy on this map, and I'm running out of ammo. If I'm not able to kill him, I'm replaying the map. Luckily, with 2 shots remaining, I killed him. Got my 100% kills, 100% secrets. Yeah, that got kind of sketchy there at the end. I wouldn't have even been able to melee. I would have been completely screwed. I would have had to play the entire map over again and just play better. Anyway, the Forgotten Land. 100% kills, 100% secrets. And took about, what, 25 minutes? Long map. Fun time, though. Oh, no, it took more than 25 minutes. Almost took 30 minutes. Wow. This is a long video. Alright. Guys. Enjoy this. I hope you do. But, yeah, we'll see you later. See you next time. Bye, friends. Bye.